Hello and welcome everyone. This is Race on Oz. It's our presentation night for 2023. My name is Nick. I'm going to be taking you through this evening's proceedings. The man who'll be joining me is Stu. Stu, you on the line?
I am here, Nick. Good evening, everyone.
I hope we're all well. Stu has been the man who has been pretty much the driving force behind getting all of this organised and getting everything set up for this evening. So he's put in a ton of work. He's also been the person that's organised all the awesome prizes that are up for grabs tonight. So big shout out to everyone in the room. As you can see, we've got about 17 people in there at the moment. So lots of familiar names. So thanks very much for joining us. We've got a fair bit to go through. We're going to try and sort of get through it as quick as possible. And we'll give you a quick little rundown on the agenda very shortly. But Stu, did you want to open us up with just a bit of you wanted to touch on our awesome sponsor, the Gamesman, and some of the prizes they've got on offer for us this evening?
Absolutely. So, as everyone knows, Race and I've been around for a long time. Game's been one of the guys that got on board with us very early in the piece. They originally had a shop down here in Wollongong, where I live. So once I got involved in ROOZ, I thought I'd go and see them and see if we can organise something. And they pretty much came to the party straight away. So we've been involved with them for since 2013, actually. And Chris and the guys have done something with us every year, which has just been fantastic. So tonight we've got a G29 wheel and pedal set that we're going to give away to one of our gold members, and Nick will have that on a wheel at the end of the night. And up before then, we've got a set of Astro A30 headset, which is supposed to be a really, really good headset, and also some racing gloves to give away. So with the gloves, we'll throw them out to someone that's in the chat, or someone that throws in a funny comment, or someone that I think deserves it, or someone that Nick thinks deserves it. And the Astros, we've got a bit of a guessing competition that Nick will throw on the screen there later on. Again, huge thanks to Chris at the Games and all our sponsors. We've done a great job for many years. So, hopefully it can keep going.
Yeah, definitely. And such an awesome organisation as well. Very easy to... I spent plenty of money there before. Their service is exemplary. So, thanks for them for sponsoring our league and the prizes tonight. So just a quick rundown on what this is going to look like. So we're actually going to hear from the ROOZ owner, Coaster, the man who kind of sort of runs the majority of this and sort of works behind the scenes. So we'll hear from him. That's kind of the theme of the evening. So we're going to hear about the ACC PC League as well. So we'll get people from there. We've got the prize draw that Stu alluded to earlier around the Astro headset. We've got the Logitech racing gloves as well that we'll be giving away, and then we'll hear from the ACC Console League as well as the GT7 League. We've got the door prize, and then we've got we'll hear from iRacing League, and then we've got the major draw, as you also mentioned, around the Logitech wheel and pedal set. So without further ado, hopefully we can get him on. Coaster, I'm not too sure if he's with us yet. Stu, I can't see him in the room yet.
No, I'm hoping that he's going to be here.
Okay.
He did say he was going to try and jump on about 8:10.
Right.
Let me just double check on here to see. Where are we here?
This is where we need to pad it out a little bit here, Stu. Maybe you can give us a bit of background to Coaster and sort of a little bit of information about him before he jumps on with us.
So Coaster, or Dave, has been around for a long, long time on ROOZ. He was one of the original guys, I believe, well before I was involved. And the original owner of ROOZ was a guy by the name of Juzzo, was his sort of ROOZ handle, Justin. Anyway, when Justin was off doing other things, he looked for someone to take over, and Coaster kind of jumped into the void there to sort of look after the website that we've got. So, as most of you know, we've kind of been split a little bit down the lines of Discord and the forum, with the forum using GT7, still pretty much wholly and solely on the forum, whereas ACC we kind of moved away and came across to Discord, which has been good and a bit of a challenge in some respects, but Coaster behind the scenes there, he looks after everything there on the forum. If we've got any issues at all, he sort of knocks them on the head real quick. He looks after the gold members with all the payments that are made there that go back into running the system, and essentially looks after any issues there. So it's just one of those things that I've got him. He's just looking, I think, for the link. So no, he does a great job
Awesome.
with that. So I have just got to try, and you know what I'm like on the techie. Got to tell him it's in Discord.
Yeah. Just bear with us, everyone. I'm just going to get it sorted.
Hopefully he's not far away.
We're at 8:09, so we're almost there. Here we go. I think he's in here.
Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
Thanks. Sorry it took me a while to find it.
Welcome. You there? I can't hear anyone now.
Oh, you there, Dave?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in the
You there?
room. Can you hear me?
Yep. We can hear you. How you going?
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm well, thanks. Sorry it took me a while to find my way into the room there. I'm not very familiar with everything Discord.
No, all good. Well, while you were making your way in here, Stu was just giving us a bit of background on sort of the role that you've played in the league and sort of a little bit of the history. But maybe you wanted to fill us in a little bit, give us a bit of background. Maybe I don't know how many people would have sort of spoken to you before or heard from you before. So good opportunity to speak to a lot of people in the league and maybe sort of fill in some blanks.
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, I've been a sim racing enthusiast like most of us since I was a kid. You know, Need for Speed and stuff like that on old Segas, and one of my favourite sims as I grew up a little bit was Grand Prix Legends, and eventually I found my way onto Gran Turismo 5 at one point, and was fiddling around on some of the time trials and things that were floating around back then. And Trent, or Khan the Pies, as some people may know him, approached me, as he did many other people, and recruited me for my first season with ROOZ, and that was in 2011. And I'd missed the first season, so this was the second one back in Gran Turismo 5, and we ran the Tom's Castrol Supra. It was really great fun. I was hooked. So yeah, just was pretty active participant for a few years there, and mostly Gran Turismo. Did a little bit of iRacing and whatnot, and as the years got on and had kids and things, I've sort of been a bit more passive and not been involved with any competitive racing of late, but just looking after the forums in the background there, paying the bills, and yeah, trying to keep everything looking tidy and ticking over.
Awesome.
It's been a good time, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've I've just turned up the volume for you as well, so hopefully people will notice that change. But so yeah, you said you started with sort of the old Need for Speed games and Gran Turismo 5, and it was the Grand Prix Legends. You're sort of going back a fair way there with the Grand Prix Legends stuff. What have you noticed the most that's sort of changed about the league since you first got involved with it?
I guess it's branched out quite a bit. So originally it was actually called Gran Turismo League Oz. It wasn't called Race on Oz. It was just dedicated to Gran Turismo. And then I guess, a lot of guys got a taste for it and found that they were quite competitive, but started to feel like maybe big fish in a little pond. So, they wanted to branch out to things like iRacing when that came around. And we wanted to support guys who wanted to do that. And so tried to grow with them and expand the leagues and put on some more events on more platforms. So it was Juzzo back then who was sort of running the back end of things, and he did the rebrand to from Gran Turismo League Oz to Race on Oz, or ROOZ as we know it now, and we just went from there. I think iRacing, Assetto Corsa, they were the first ones I think that got added to the ranks, and we've had a lot come and go since then. A bit of the Formula One stuff, bit of dirt rally, bit of project cars. There's been all sorts.
Yeah, awesome.
So I think that's the biggest change.
Yeah. That's I didn't know that it was called something different prior to Race on Oz. So you're giving us a little bit of a history lesson. I like it a lot. And what about now? What sort of do you do any racing with any of the guys at the moment?
Now, I haven't done any online door-to-door racing for quite a while, but I was doing the Dirt League stuff for quite a bit on Dirt Rally 2. That was really, really enjoyable. It was cross-platform, so I was doing it on the PC. A bunch of guys were on their PlayStations. But you kind of, it really suited me because you could just do it whenever you had a chance to jump on. You could do a couple of stages or do the whole thing in one go.
Yep.
Especially for me, I'm in the West here, so prime race time for most of the crews, sort of my dinner time and my young kids' bedtime. So it's got a bit harder to do that door-to-door stuff.
Yeah. No, fair enough. With the time difference, with you being in WA. Okay, cool.
That's it. Well, I'd like to get back to it sometime. I'm really enjoying Gran Turismo 7. So I don't know. Maybe I'll dabble again. We'll see.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Well, it's GT7, the online component has been fixed a lot recently before it, from what it's come from when it was originally launched. Is there anyone you wanted to give a shout out to tonight, or anything that you wanted to say to any of the members while we've got you in this capacity?
Yeah, I think everyone deserves a pat on the back. This forum doesn't take a lot of management, especially at the moment, and I think that's a real testament to the calibre of all the guys we've got. And we've got a great crew. Stu, obviously, he's been around forever. He's brokered, all of these sponsorship relationships we have. Stu's brokered them and looked after them, and that's such a massive contribution for our community, and that's really awesome. I can see Hats here. He's put in so much work organising the league. Guys like Crunch, Cornford Caster on the Assetto Corsa side, and Anon. We haven't seen him around for a while, but I definitely want to give a shout out to Anon, Chris. He used to put in a lot of work for the Assetto Corsa stuff, and he helped us get where we are today with some of the gold member program back end set up and facilitating that PayPal account and stuff like that.
Yep. Ah, awesome. Well, Thank you so much for jumping on with us. We haven't really had much of a chance to do something like this in the past, and it's really awesome that we can hear from someone like yourself and get all the members from the different leagues involved as well, which has been awesome. So I think I can say it on the behalf of most members in the league that thank you so much for the work that you do in the background and everyone else as well, and helping make it such a positive place to be and such a great community. That you've helped sort of create from the ground up. So I think we're all very much appreciated of all the efforts that you put in.
Thanks, mate. That's really kind. Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a real pleasure. I think we all do this because we're passionate about it. And that just makes it a pleasure. And when things grow and just organically the way they have, it's really rewarding for everyone.
Yeah, well, it's definitely. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time since being here as well, and I think most people do too. And we've got such a great community. It's always growing. So big thank you for all the work that you and the efforts that you put into it, as well as everyone else in the background. But thank you so much for joining us. Really, really appreciate it. And thanks for giving us a bit of a history run of the league as well. That was really interesting.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, and enjoy the rest of the Prezzo.
Yeah, cheers. You too. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, cool. So we don't hear from Costa very often, so that's awesome. First time I've ever spoken to him, which is awesome. So coming up next, we've got the PC League, I believe. So we're either going to get Crunch or Cornford caster James Pierre Reid, I think, was the on the agenda. I can't see any of them in the room. I know that
he's live on Discord at the moment. He's just jumped in.
Yes, I see him. There he is. All right, let me quickly make sure I turn him up. There we go. Yeah, it should be good. I got you at 200 there, Crunch. So fingers crossed.
200%. That's the way to go.
That's where volume goes to 11, not 10. How are you, my man? How you going?
Well, I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Hey, Stu. How you doing?
Good, mate. Up here.
Yeah, awesome.
Cruising along here in the heat after getting blown away. So
I think we've all melted, haven't we?
yeah.
Speak for yourself. I'm wearing
Pretty
tracksuit.
much.
Well, I'm wearing tracksuit.
I don't know what you're wearing. I don't want to know what you're wearing, mate.
I'll be sleeping with a blanket on. Don't worry about that. Give us a rundown on PC. What's been happening over the last 12 months in the PC League of ACC?
Well, before I get on to that, I just wanted to say shout out to Costa. Great to hear from him. Great bloke, and I reckon we should have a new branch of the league for him because he's over in Western Australia. We should call it Race on WOZ. What do you reckon?
working beautifully right now.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Now, PC League. It's a great league. Obviously, I'm going to say that, but no, we have some great racing in our league. ACC cricket game. We currently run championship seasons of about 9 or 10 rounds. So that means we do about 3 seasons a year. We do 3 classes on track. So AM Silver Pro, I'm sure everyone's familiar with that. We have 2 rounds left in this season, so we haven't finished yet. I'm not going to be able to reveal champions or anything at this point. We've got Barcelona, and we're going to finish up with a brilliant round called 2 Hours of Kota.
Is it 2 hours, is it? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. 2 Hours of Kota. Just quietly, that might have been a parting gift from Reedy. But anyway, I'm alluding to some news I'm coming to in a minute. Now, the AM Silver and overall championships, they're still up for grabs too, so all to play for. In fact, I'd say they're close enough that maybe third to half of the field's in with a chance of a championship at this point.
Yep.
So that's pretty good, isn't it? Part of that might be to do with one of the new things we've been trying this year. We run a performance ballast system. So overall gets an overall winner in a race gets 6 kilos, second gets 4 kilos, third gets 3 kilos. Silver class winner gets 2 kilos unless they're on the podium, in which case they just get the podium one. Now those kilos, they stay for the entire season. They don't fade away. You've got it once you've got it. So I think that's been sort of instrumental in just closing things up a little bit when you've got someone like Mr. Andy Lawrenson, who's an epically fast driver. Has showed us a lesson the last couple of seasons, last few seasons actually. He's a great benchmark, I have to say. And anyway, we've tried to pull him back and anyone from getting a bit far away with a bit of kilos, and it seems to be having a nice little effect.
It's also been good that he's missed a couple of rounds as well, and given everyone else a little bit of a chance to catch up and make the championship interesting this season.
Very nice of him to do that, wasn't it? But yeah, no, he's a benchmark that's really awesome to have, and anyone from AM right up to pro, to know that there's a guy that's maximising the car and the track at the time is a really good thing. And you're chasing, you're seeing what you're missing, what can you improve next time. And even though we're a fairly casual league, we just get in there and race. Some people really put in some practice, other people just a little bit and want to turn up and run. That's why we have 3 classes, of course. But, it's good to have that competitive side as well. And someone like Lawrence, and we've had plenty of others who are super fast as well come through. Actually, Coaster himself was one of those super fast guys. We've got a really good range in the league. Let me say that.
Yeah.
So, one of the things this season, sorry if I'm rambling a bit, but I don't want to take up people's time too much. One of the challenges this season for a lot of us has been to deal with the meta nature of the McLaren. I don't know what it's like on the console, but the McLaren has popped up since the last update as quite a meta car. It's very, very fast just about everywhere. Now that's casting no aspersions on the drivers that have chosen that car. It's a beautiful car to drive. You drive the car you want, and it's all fun and games. But it has been very quick at a lot of tracks. Having said that, the last round was a bit of a disaster for McLaren drivers, and it was a bit hard to suppress the laughing from the rest of us. But no, anyway, we don't want to, as I said, cast aspersions on those guys. But no, it's as I said, the championship's still open, wide open, and it's not all McLaren drivers. So we've kind of, we're working with it. It's not too bad.
I think there's an Audi. The car that's on screen, Terry Rayton's Audi, is I think the championship leader at the moment.
That's right. Very good point. And he's doing a fantastic job pushing that Audi along. And he's given Lawrenson a bit of a run for his money too when he's been there. So no, it is good to see. There's others up there. I mean, Reedy himself, James Pierre-Reid, he's been quick in a Porsche.
Yep.
He's been up there. We've got Max Ricker. He's in McLaren. He's had a really good run in recent times, except for the last one.
Yeah.
So he's been pushing.
He's taken a couple of wins as well, Max Ricker. He had a couple.
Like first time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a couple in a row and then a podium. So he's really picked up. And we've got Matt Frost. He's a regular up there. Lots of guys there that have got some speed. Paul Russell. He's always up there.
Yep.
You guys from Console will know him.
Yep. Shout out to Heather Russell as well, his sister, who always watches.
Yeah, his whole family's in there.
Yeah.
Quite a lot there.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. It's great.
No, keep going.
Yeah, go.
No, go for it. Keep going.
Well, I was just going to say, one thing that relates to this meta nature, for example, is the new BOP that has come out from LFM, Low Fuel Motorsport. They've brought out that custom BOP system, which they've sort of opened up to the community. Fantastic thing, and we're going to look to implement that next year. So
cool.
That will hopefully do a couple of things. It'll even up the field a bit, reduce this meta car problem that keeps popping up, and also give people a chance to use some of the other cars that they like that are just not currently competitive. So the old Lexus is one that's a favourite. The Bentley, exactly. Matt Frost is using the Honda at the moment. It was a little bit meta at one point, but it's not at the moment. But he loves driving different cars. A lot of us do. So I think it'll be great. It'll open up more of the content for us.
Yeah.
And have a bit more diversity in the field.
Yeah, love it. And just touching on also the race formats as well that you've done. You've had a bit of a play around with them the last couple of seasons as well, and they've yielded some pretty good results.
Yes. We wanted to try and mix it up a little bit and change the way that we were doing a lot of 60-minute sprints and then enduros, and then you'd have like a pit stop in every 60-minute sprint, and it would be compulsory tyres, and so everyone would pit like 10 minutes in the middle, and off you go. Nice and easy for most people. You don't have to think about it, but sometimes it's nice to throw a little bit of strategy in there, make people think a bit differently. And we've had a few different things go on when if you take the pit stop out or you take the tyre out, you make it not compulsory, for example. People try to go a whole race, a whole hour without changing tyres, and others think, well, I'll just go hard and mid-race change tyres. So that's had some good results.
Yeah, I agree. It's been awesome to watch, and a couple more rounds to go. But all three classes still up for grabs. Just before we finish up, just in terms of if anyone's interested in joining PC, how would they go about that?
All right. Well, first of all, obviously join in the Discord, pick PC, click PC, and then you'll be open to a number of channels. There's instructions there which say jump on our qualifying server. There's details for that there in Discord, and you can then throw a few laps in, and then all we ask is that you do a casual race with us at some point. Yeah, preferably a couple, but just so we can get together and you can see what we're like and see what you're like, and race with us, say, on Wednesday night. We do Wacky Wednesday every week. Occasionally between seasons or in breaks we do Mash Up Monday, so if Wednesday doesn't suit you, we're still at Monday every now and then. Get a couple of casual races and you're in. Just sign up on SimGrid for the season, and any time during the season, and you can jump in with us once you've done those things.
Beautiful, and you're all fair and reasonable guys as well, and there's a Discord voice chat as well that you can jump in on the Wacky Wednesday to get to know everyone else as well.
If you want to, that's right. If you're happy to chat, you can do that. If you don't want to, you can stay quiet. That's no problem. Yeah. But of course, we're going to say we're all fair and reasonable, aren't we?
Well, yeah, it's subjective, but let's go with it.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for jumping on for us and having a quick chat and letting us know about...
I haven't finished yet.
Oh, okay, all right, sorry. I'm just trying to... Yep, go for it.
That's all right. You're just trying to wind me up. I know, but something very important, very, very important.
No, go for it.
Left to the end, and that is that one of our admins, James Pierre, Cornford Caster, Cornford, JPR, Reedy, and I think everyone knows him. He's the friendliest guy going. He's decided to step back from the admin duties. So I just wanted to let everyone know that in case they haven't seen that, and I also wanted to take the opportunity to thank him immensely for the amount of work he's done for this league. And he really has done a lot. He's been creative, he's been studious, he's just been organised, far more organised than me. And, it's been an absolute pleasure having him over the last more than 2.5 years. He's been an admin. I can't believe it, just seems like months ago. But I know he can't make it tonight, so otherwise I would have got him on here. I would have forced him to have a chat, but he's not around. But hopefully he'll watch this back. So James, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the whole league, the whole PC League, and anyone else. And I'm sure people will thank him individually as well. But just wanted to shout that out there. Nando as well, fellow admin, wanted me to say that for him as well, that he appreciates immensely all the things that James has done.
Yep. Yeah, that's
and just to finish that off, that we've got him into the ROOZ, the Team ROOZ Hall of Fame. I've just forgotten the name of it. What is it? Super ROOZ. That's it. Super ROOZ.
Yep.
He's now a Super ROOZ team member. So it's the recognition of outstanding efforts and achievement for this league. So congratulations, James.
Congratulations to James Pierre Reid, a Super Roo, and I wholeheartedly agree. The amount of work that he does in the background is phenomenal. It's huge, and his efforts have been certainly appreciated by many. So, very, very nice words for James there.
Yep.
Beautiful.
All right, well, I'll get out of your way now. I think that's all.
That was that was great. All right, awesome. Thanks for giving us an update and jumping on and spending a bit of time with us.
Pleasure.
All right, see you later.
Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You too, mate.
All right, so we are going to go to the next part of this presentation. So, as Stu alluded to earlier, our awesome sponsors, the Gamesmen, have donated a pretty awesome set of wireless headphones. So these are for PS5, Xbox, and PC. So it doesn't matter who wins it here. They're valued at $400. So this is not like a $25 Bunnings gift voucher. This is like a pretty hefty prize, right? So it's pretty awesome. What we're going to do, this is going to be a guessing game. And so very, very shortly, any second now, I am going to put up a picture on the screen. And the picture is, there's essentially two pictures. It's a jar, and the jar contains Matchbox cars in the jar. And so the picture on the left will be the front of the jar. The picture on the right will be on the rear of the jar. So it's giving you like giving you front and back to give you a bit of perspective. It'll also have the measurements of the jar on there as well, just for scale, right, to give you a bit of an idea. And how this is going to run, it's whoever is able to guess it first. All right, so you'll have to put your guess in the chat. It's only one guess per person. Right, but you have to make a guess and type it in the chat, and whoever types it in first will be announced as the winner. So hopefully,
just don't go too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see. I'm going to try and write everyone's name down, number down next to it that they guess.
Yeah, we'll be able to see it in there in the chat. So. That's how we're going to be running this. All right. So it's the first person to correctly guess the right number will be awarded the prize, and you need to put it in the chat. So I'm going to put the picture up. As I said, the picture on the left hand side. They're two pictures. They're the same jar. One's at the front. One's at the back. And the measurements are on the side to give you an idea of how big it is. So there it is. You can see. All right. So the height of the jar is 220 mil. The width of the jar is 125 mil. The picture on the left-hand side, that's the front of the jar. The picture on the right-hand side is the rear of the jar, to give you an idea on exactly how big it is. The dimensions are on there as well. So have a guess, and we will monitor the chat right now. I've got 28 people in here. You've got a 1 in 28 chance, basically, of winning a $400 headset, which is phenomenal. So I see Bounty at 38 is not the right number. Oh, we've got a few more coming through. Add too many. Bear Speed TV, Benjamin Smith,
35,
Pringles,
58. Ben Smith, there's a name I haven't seen for a while. Pringles is there as well. Look at how it's going too quick.
They're all coming through. No one quite yet. There's been the number.
A couple that are close.
We've had a couple that have been very close. I think numbers on either side of it. No one's guessed it yet. Dave Newman, 41, 34, Hatfield. 44, Nathan Storia. Oh, yeah, we got one. Someone's guessed it. Yeah, Easy Prey. Easy Prey 007. You guessed 33. 33 is the answer. Congratulations. Easy Prey 007. Not too sure who that is in terms of the person.
That is our reigning BJH Racer Champions champion.
Ah, there we go. So just a champion all around. Beautiful. Awesome. So 33 was the total. Congratulations to Easy Prey. We'll get in touch with you after this, but Stu, maybe if you want to write that one down. That Easy Prey was our winner with 33. So congratulations. That went pretty smooth. That was good. We didn't have any controversy. I like it. All right. Cool. Yeah. So let's have a look now. We've got the door prize is the next one. So this is our first pair of Logitech G Racing gloves. Valued at $50. Once again, courtesy of our awesome sponsor, the Gamesman, who've given us a few pairs to give away. So very, very thankful for the headset as well as the gloves. So Stu, how did you want to do this one? I'm going to leave this one up to you. How you wanted to run this?
I am just going to pick someone that that's in the chat for a little while, and then talk to Hat. I'm going to pick two guys out that I can see. I did notice that we've got a guy in the chat by the name of Blue XR8. Now, Blue's a guy that he raced with us for years, and I haven't seen him for probably 2 or 3 years, and it's great to see him back doing ROOZ things. So, Blue, g'day, hope you're well. Actually, I'm going to throw him a set of gloves.
There we go. Boom.
First week of gloves tonight.
How good's that? You rock up to watch the stream and you get a pair of gloves thrown at you. So awesome work. So that's our first door prize for this evening. So we've got a couple of prizes out the way. We've still got the grand prize of a Logitech G29 wheel and pedal set coming up very, very shortly. So stick with us. In the meantime, though, we are going to jump across to the ACC Console League. I believe Adman is going to be giving us a rundown of what's been happening in console.
Hey Nick, how you going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good, mate. Long time listener, first time caller.
Welcome aboard. What can I do you for?
Well, always look forward to the opportunity to get together with yourself and do a live stream somewhere along the lines, and I feel like this is the first time and the first opportunity, mate. So thank you very much.
No, my pleasure.
Be on.
No, thank you. Thank you.
No, honestly, we're long time foes with the online commentating, mate. And just wanted to say that I've been able to have the opportunity to catch up on some of your streams that you've been doing for PC, and kudos out to you, mate. You're doing a bloody brilliant job.
Oh, cheers. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very, very nice. Thank you.
No dramas, mate.
What's been happening in the console world?
Yeah, really good question, actually. There's been a fair bit this year. We've expanded our admin team. So Stu is obviously the fundamental person with the admin team that has really steered the ship. We've got myself, obviously, K-Man and Bounty. So we sit four as the admin team, which is really, really good. It just means that we can spread the pressure amongst the four of us rather than it just being a single person, which, is not always a fantastic situation. So it's been awesome this year, mate, to be honest.
Who's been some of the standouts? You've had a couple of champions this season so far?
We have. A couple of champions that come to mind. So Eagle Win was a massive standout. So through racing over the last few years, I've probably competed with Eagle on the same level, and this year he just stepped up, and it just being consistent with his racing. He ended up winning the championship. Was a fantastic thing for him. The other one is Osh Wizard. So the two brothers, Kawera and Osh Wizard. Osh Wizard has absolutely just blasted everyone. He's just so quick. We've got a few guys that are very quick as well that have stepped away from console for a little bit for personal reasons and work reasons.
Yep.
I'm kind of hoping that next year in 2024 we can see some of those guys come back. Because at the end of the day, they're certainly up there with Osh Wizard, and I think he needs that to have that competitiveness around him, because at the moment none of us can keep up with him.
Beautiful. And personal note, how have you been going?
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Actually, it's been really good this year. Been busy with work and personal things myself.
Yep.
Unfortunately, my racing, I've gone from being a pro driver to a Pro Am Tier 1, probably going to be a Pro Am Tier 2 driver. Not that I like that, the sound of how that feels, but it's more probably the admin stuff takes over and you just get caught up with everything and the practice just drops right off. But, look, it is what it is. I still love it. I still love to... actually, we had a race last Tuesday at Zandvoort with the BMW M2 CS. And who would have thought that a can of beer would last for 45 minutes? Every time I went on the front straight, when I had the opportunity to grab the beer and have a quick sip, that one can lasted for 45 minutes, mate. That was pretty good.
It's a pretty sort of demanding circuit, isn't it, Zanvor? There's not much chance to relax on that short front straight.
Nah, this is definitely not. You've got to be on it all the time. But yeah, look, it's like a lot of tracks now too, Nick. As you know, you watch your stuff, you stream it all the time. A lot of these guys, you know, you don't get that opportunity. You've got to be on it all the time. But it also comes down to race etiquette, because when you're racing around, you know, with guys around you, you've got to make sure that you're not doing anything silly and, you know, untoward. So there's a lot of professionalism that comes with it as well. But not taking away the fact that it's all about being, you know, having fun.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Well, you've had some big fields too. Your numbers have really grown significantly. You've got like sort of fields of 30 cars, I think, at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So we've had some really big numbers. Like we've only been, you know, listening to Crunch before when he's talking about Metacar and all that sort of stuff. I won't be talking about that tonight because that's a little bit beyond my payroll. But in terms of numbers and updates, we're not that far behind PC. And we've had some really good numbers where, you know, they've been populated at each week, whether it's Tier 1, Tier 2, and it's just been fantastic, the turnout. Like the community that we've got in console has just been elite. I'd say that the camaraderie that we have through the teams is, like, we can't even do, you know, with teams now, we can't even split guys out from the teams because the teams are so gelled together, and they've been together for a few years now that they just like it's like ripping a kid from a family, pretty much. If you tried to do that,
yep.
Yeah, it's nuts how it all goes.
And well, speaking of teams, speaking of GRT being the Gamesman Racing team, I heard there's I believe their captain does a little bit of GT4 racing. He might have won a did he win a championship, I believe?
That might be, who you're talking about, Riggsy?
No, talking about Rain and Fire. He's just in the chat there. He said that he had the win of the GT4 Sunday Night Merc League. Was pretty quick as well.
Oh, rightio.
Can I jump in there, guys?
Yep.
I would like to just say Rain of Fire is an absolute champion, and apart from that, I would like to really say thank you to Stu, Pagny and Next Level Racing. I don't know if most of you know that last draw we had, I won a new race rig and seat, and congratulations to everyone tonight. But I'm absolutely stoked that I got the new race rig and seat, and thank you very much for all our sponsors and everyone tonight who has done well. Good on you, blokes. Love you guys, love racing with you, and you guys are absolute legends.
Oh, thank you. I think that's
thank you, mate.
Beachy in there. Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm not sure Rain's with his GT4, but I did want to say, Nick, that so with Team GRT this year, so Burradog, who's been a massive person in the league racing, stepped away from the captain's role with DRT for personal reasons, and Rain of Fire was definitely the person that stood up as somebody that was recognised as a person that could be the captain of GRT.
Yeah.
Just being instrumental in his, you know, with what he does and how he does it. But yeah, look, there's been a lot of people, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, mate, but I just wanted to make a couple of mentions,
go for
if
it.
I can.
Yeah, go for it.
K-Man's at a wedding tonight, so K-Man can't be on tonight. He's been awesome. He's a Kenny Rogers lookalike, if anyone recognises him from the stream sometimes. Bounty has been amazing. With his website, the podium, absolutely awesome website, and you know, there's an opportunity. He does it for the league right across the board. Does it off his own back. You know, there's a donation section in there as well, which a lot of us has donated to. So I encourage anyone to jump on there and donate, because he does do it pretty much for nothing. Stu, Stu's been awesome. Like, just, Stu's a leader that's a transformational leader. He just lets people in certain roles run with it, and whether they're successful or they make a mistake, he lets them do that, which is fantastic as well. Like, he doesn't, he's not there leading the ship going, oh, bang, you've got to do this and you've got to do that. He just lets people own things, which I think is a fantastic thing as well.
Yep.
The other person I wanted to say massive shout out to, Nick, and you would appreciate this too, mate, is EXO.
Yeah. Yep.
So EXO has taken it upon himself to really jump on with the commentating and streaming, and whilst K-Man and myself do a fair bit of it as well. EXO has just jumped in there and grabbed the bull by the horns. And I don't know if anyone's seen a photo of EXO, but he's not a guy that I would want to see in a back alley. He's a scary looking bloke, but you know what? He's the best bloke to have in our league. He's just done so much.
Yep.
And he's been going through a bit of a rough patch lately with certain things, and we love him so much. I was just talking to Stu before that in terms of recognition for his efforts and what he does, we do have a bit of it's not a prize or so much, but it's just we're going to throw something to him to say thank you so much for your efforts, mate, and just what you do has been awesome. So he's been fantastic to the league, and he's definitely a bloke that needs to be you got to get around him and give him a hug. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I was actually going to make sure we say something about that, because I know he's done a great job with the streaming for you guys for console, and it's not an easy job with so many cars in the pack these days. So big shout out to him, and well deserved as well. Does a fantastic job.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, I think Bounty's in here. Does Bounty want to jump on and say anything as well while we've got him?
Christmassy. So,
I think it's easy to jump out of the chat if you can.
and now,
There's always one in every crowd, isn't there?
Yeah. We'll see if we can just put him on mute.
Just mute him.
G'day, lads.
There he is. Bounty, how are you?
Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Yes.
We can hear. Yep.
hey,
How do I mute this guy? Hang on a second.
sorry that someone's working and
hang on.
things.
There we go. Done. All right. Beautiful. Bounty, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Very good. Adman was giving you a bit of a rap there around the Podium site, the Podium website that you've got for console, and you've and some of the admin stuff that you've been doing for the console boys. Are you there?
Oh, I've lost him again, I think.
Yeah, he's in there, but it looks like he's muted at the moment. Not too sure what's happened there, but
Sorry, guys.
here he is. Yeah, we can hear you now. Yep, you're back.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Yep. We're just saying, Adman was giving you a rap for all the awesome work you do with the Podium website and the admin stuff that you've been helping out with the league as well, and just wanted to see if you had any words, anything you wanted to add to all of that while we're on console.
Yeah, well, a big thanks to Ads. I appreciate that feedback. And also to Stu, and also K-Man for the other, the rest of the admin guys. Look, I think we all gel pretty well together. The four of us trying to sort out this league. It's not always easy. We have some challenges, but we get through it. We're all pretty sensible, except for Ads when he has a few drinks.
Sorry, mate. I appreciate. Can't help that.
That's all right. Just don't forget to go to AA tomorrow. It's all good. Look, at the end of the day, we just want to have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
The league guys are pretty stable at the moment, I must admit. And like Ed said before, that the teams are very stable. A lot of the guys don't want to change teams, or they don't want to leave. So honestly, that's obviously a great sign of a good league.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Yep.
I've been blessed with captaining my own team for a few seasons now. Had
awesome amount of fun. I just look forward to having a bit of a break and then coming in next season and smashing it.
Love it. All right. Well, hopefully we see PRT up there in the standings.
Mate, we're reigning champions.
Oh, well, there you go. Sorry, I'm not up to date. Well, there we go. There's a big shout out. Adman failed to mention that earlier on, but
Yeah, funny about that.
Oh, I didn't fail. I just chose not to mention it.
Thanks for jumping on, and everyone can check out your what's the website address again for the podium?
It is thepodium.racing.
There we go. So go and check it out. All the console guys. So, Adman Bounty, thank you very much for jumping on. I'm not sure. Was there anything that you wanted to add before we move on, Adman, or you're all good?
I was just going to say, just quickly, Nick, thank you again to yourself, mate, but thank you to the rest of the league, the rest of the people that do all the work in the background. You know, as an admin or a mod, you see all the comms that come through Discord. It's just absolutely nuts what goes on. And the people that race week in, week out, you just, and unless you see it, you don't actually appreciate it. But I hope that everyone just continues to enjoy and we can grow our league bigger than what it is now. But yeah, good luck to everyone and thank you so much.
Awesome.
Cheers, boys. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Nick. See ya.
No worries. And just for EXO as well, he was shouting out Team Little Bear as well, who it will be stepping back into the commentary box hopefully in the near future as well, who helps him out with the stream. So awesome work to him. Let's keep this thing moving along. Next up we've got the GT7 League. I believe we've got Hatfield. Is he in the chat? Let me just double check.
Yeah, you've got me.
Yeah, beautiful. How are you?
You all right yourself?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Very good. How's things with GT7? You guys had a bit of an event. I think was there an event tonight of some sort, or?
Look, I'd rather that Viper's Ed was in here since he's now sort of running the show and he's got all the ins and outs to all these, extracurricular activities. But yeah, there is a Motorsport Australia, I believe, event tonight. That a lot of the guys are involved in. So that's why he couldn't make it tonight. And that's why I'm filling in for his shoes.
Oh, good. All right. Well, I'm not going to throw any curveball questions at you. We'll keep it pretty sort of straight and narrow. So, for starting off, for those that are watching the stream, they don't know you. Give us just a quick little brief background of who you are and your ROOZ background, not personal background, but your ROOZ background.
Well, I was born in... No, so I would say I'm the old man chase cam, arrive and drive, Gran Turismo 7 mod.
Yep.
So I started in 2014. I haven't missed a GT season since that I can remember. And for a while there, I started the Teams Championship that ran for a number of seasons. That was actually cross-platform at one point as well, but that's been on hiatus for a little while now because, as with all things, you can all understand, less personal time to run these things. So.
Yep. Agree. Beautiful. So 10 years. That's a massive amount of time. So what originally got you involved with ROOZ? How did you sort of get here? And I guess what do you enjoy the most if you've been with it for 10 years?
Well, I hadn't been online sim racing for long, and then there was another driver in another series I was in. Some of you would know him, Warrior. He introduced me to ROOZ. Veteran members will know him anyway. And if you've read the Hall of Fame, you'll recognise the name. In other series, it can be difficult with certain car and track combos to find someone to race against. But Race on Oz always has multiple divisions, and at the time I joined, GT6 was starting its first season and had 6 divisions. As for what I've enjoyed most on track, it's those race long battles, especially keeping a fast driver behind with good defensive driving for me. And for off track, it's got to be the friends that I've met up with in real life, whether it's karting or drinking or both simultaneously.
Yep. Love it. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. And so, when you're talking about those on-track battles, any particular memories that you've got that sort of stick out around those those battles you've had with drivers throughout the years?
Yeah. Well, I mean, apart from a few titles, if I do say so myself, or Div 1 podiums.
Love it.
it would be the long, hard fought defensive drives. Like I've kept faster guys behind me for over half race distance before, so that's the stuff that really sticks with me.
Yeah, yep. Love it. And so, is there any races that stick out for you? Any particular races that you've had, or yeah, is there any drivers that stick out the most as well?
Oh, there's plenty. So I said his name earlier, Warrior. He won every season in Gran Turismo that he participated in.
Yeah, wow.
And he was always helpful with tips for guys that wanted to get quicker.
Yep.
There's been a bunch of guys here for my entire tenure, like Emo and Stu and Jono Stan. The fastest for me was always Keaton. Even in like the domination days of Warrior, it was common on the results page. You could see Keaton's got pole, fastest lap, and disconnection.
Yeah.
Once he got decent net, Warrior had retired, so we didn't sort of get to see them go toe to toe too often.
Yep.
But Keaton was then untouchable. And then you've got guys that they just seem to improve so much. There's not really any particular drivers we find with Race on Oz. Everyone that joins, they seem to greatly improve within a few seasons. So whatever division they start in, they'll move up one or two, within the next few seasons. But I can't go past mentioning Mint GTR, Matthew Simmons. He improved from being a postie to being the GT Academy champion. So I don't know how much more improving you can do.
Yeah.
On that one.
That's Mint Matt you're talking about there?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yep.
He's got a name change since the beginning now.
Yep. Yeah, that's he's quite a famous name in GT7, GT circles, Gran Turismo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd always be around for a laugh. There's good funny moments. We used to have these fun nights I used to run. Probably should run another one. Instead of outright racing, we just do something silly, maybe some car soccer or some other ridiculous events. And the only thing you could hear above the noise of laughter was the cracking of cans. So.
Yeah, nice. And just Rain of Fire putting that. Yeah, Keaton is getting that way too in ACC at the moment. So he's moved on to the ACC console platform and doing really well there as well. So
whatever event he was qualifying for, I was jumping in the party chat with the guys, and as I'm in there, everyone just started exclaiming like, "How the hell have you done that?" And he's gone and beat the pole time by like over a second or something.
Yeah, wow, class.
And then he's jump on the mic going, "Yeah, I didn't have the best lap." Like, hang on, you took pole by a second.
Yeah. It'd be nice to be that good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, wouldn't it? Just to be able to jump in the rig and go, "Oh, look at that! I'm the best the best I've ever seen."
Yeah. Awesome. And what do you see for the future for Gran Turismo sort of platform moving forward, given it's been around for such a long time? I think with the launch of GT7, the online wasn't really quite up to scratch in the beginning, but sort of big improvements being made for that. What do you see for the platform moving forward?
I still think there's more to go. There's features we're missing that we had in the past. Mainly the ability to see what performance points or power and weight each car is running in the lobby, so that means that we can't run the endurance series with custom bot that we used to do.
Yep.
And then just a few things that I think will just keep us going. We've still got people that are here just helping every season. They don't ask anything in return. We've still got Emo doing bits for us here and there. We've got Slow Jono Clint, that is, doing the tables and the qualifying. He does all the qualifying data for us for a good while.
Yep.
And we've had a few other guys keep other aspects up to date. So, shout out to Ranger Oz and to Captain Risky.
Yeah, nice.
But, biggest shout out has to go to the main man at the moment that couldn't join us, Viper Z. So he's got some experience now in the real world of motorsport, not behind the wheel, but in the other aspects. So I feel like we're on the right path under his running of the ROOZ GT League, and he's actually given me some more info to share tonight.
Yeah, go for it.
He said that Kid Byes is returning next year, 2024, for professional commentary and streaming of the Div 1 races.
Yeah, nice.
We're going to run a new qualifying format to tighten up the already close divisions, and a new endurance series is a work in progress, and it will be an official Motorsport Australia series.
Yeah, wow. Oh, that's so good. That's very, very big news for you guys.
Huge news.
Yeah, that's awesome. So good. Well, sounds like the Gran Turismo League's quite healthy. Is there what if someone was looking to do some racing with you guys? How would they go about that?
Well, if they're not already signed up on the website, there is a link to sign up, which goes to a form, which I then personally receive and create your account. And from there, you just put a post in the forums in the entry thread in the Gran Turismo section. You can also put a post in the new members area, just telling us about yourself, and generally a mod, myself or someone else will reply and point you in the right direction.
Okay, beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover off before we wrap it up?
No, I think I've covered off everything that I've got for you.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, though. Thanks for giving us some of your time and fitting in for Viper Z as well, who sounds like he does a lot of work for the league, and you guys are going from strength to strength at the moment. So, yeah, thanks for jumping on and spending some time.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. That was Hatfield from the GT7 League. Stu, we've got another pair of gloves to give away. How did we want to do this one?
I'm going to throw you in at the deep end here just for a second.
Right.
And you obviously commentate the PC guys.
Yep.
Is there anyone there in the PC league that you think is a big improver, or someone that's been there every week? Someone that's had a great drive out of the blue? Is there someone there in the PC league that we can throw a set of gloves at?
Give me a second.
I'll let you think about that for a second. I'm going to give another pick to Metal Steel.
Yeah.
As everyone knows, Metal. He's been a ROOZer for a long time, but Metal's into everything.
He is into everything. Yes.
He does. He's just. He's one of these guys that races the PC League. He races the Console League. He races. He practices with the guys. He's in all the chats. So I'm gonna throw a set of gloves at him. I'm also going to throw a set of gloves to Emo. Now, Hatfield touched on Emo in the GT7 League. Emo's been around forever.
I can never shy away from touching on Emo.
No, that's right. No, I'm going to throw a set of him as well. So we'll have Blue XO for popping in, having not seen him for a while. We'll have Metal. We'll have Emo. Easy Pro's got the headset, and then someone from PC.
From PC, so someone that's always there, and he turns up every week, and he's always competitive as well. He's actually driving a Honda this season as well. That's Matt Frost, the 666 Honda. He's always there. He had a really rough start to the season. This season had a DNF, which you very, very rarely ever see. But yeah, the 666 Honda. He'd have to get my vote, Matt Frost. He turns up week in, week out, and it is always a pleasure. So that'd be mine.
Beautiful. And can I just want to touch on one thing? Is that the whole reason that we wanted to do tonight, or the format that we've got tonight, is when we did the last prize draw for the cockpit that Beachy won, it was kind of a little bit console centric.
Yep.
Through nobody's fault other than the guys that were running it. Ads and K-Man. We kind of got it. We got all the names from everyone, but we kind of didn't have the other guys involved. So after that prize draw in July, it was pretty well agreed by everyone that we should make it a cross-console whole of ROOZ presentation. So that's the way that we've decided to go, and obviously thanks to you for being able to host it. So
yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Well, we are coming towards the end of this presentation. We've got one more to go. I haven't seen him so far. Hopefully he's able to jump on to give us just an update on iRacing. Was hoping some people know him as Joe Mahoney, some people know him as JJ Penguin, but he's the iRacing guru at the moment.
Yeah, it should be Pringle who messaged me, who is now in the chat.
Oh, he is. Hang on a second. Let me just get that. All right. Well, I missed that memo.
No. I think I've thrown you a curveball there.
That's all right. All right. I've just turned.
Christmas party.
Awesome. All right. Well, I've just turned Pringle up, so just ignore the name on the screen. But Pringle, are you there?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Nice to virtually meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
What's been happening in the world of iRacing with you guys?
So we run in a bunch of series, sort of in the wider community. We don't have a league of our own. So we race in a lot of V8 series over there, and some Formula cars as well, just on different nights of the week, depending on when you're free.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we've had a fair bit of success this year in our V8 series. We finished P3 in the team's championship over the whole year, which is nice. Justin Wallace was our lead driver in that series. He finished 8th place overall in a field of, like, there would have been 140 odd people in that championship points.
Wow. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So that was a really good result for us.
Yeah. Beautiful. So when you say that teams event, is that like all with the? You said so. There's not necessarily ROOZ League for iRacing, but you're a team that races in other events. Is that right?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest difference between the rest of ROOZ and us. We sort of race as a team instead of racing against each other, I suppose.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's pretty common in our sort of races to have fields of 40 plus pretty constantly. So it's nice big fields. You've always got someone to race against.
Beautiful. And that's so you kind of races like almost like as a ROOZ team basically, and there's the different splits as well. That's a common term I think in iRacing as well, I do believe.
Yeah, that's it. So in our main V8 series, we've got a pre-qualifier for an event, and like top 40 will be in a top split, and then the second 40 makes up the second split, I suppose, and that's the race for the weekend.
Yeah, awesome. And sorry, I think Stu, you going to say something, Stu?
I wasn't. I was just thinking I was going to ask Pringle, what did you come through in ROOZ? Because I remember seeing you were, I'm sure we raced against each other along with a lot of the other guys years ago. How did you find yourself on PC and iRacing?
Yeah, so I started back in 2014 on GT6. Benjamin Smith got me on. And then I went through GT6 for a while, ran through Assetto Corsa for a while, raced against guys like Crunch and Coaster. A bunch, like I think I've raced against all the old guys pretty much. And
what was the biggest thing you found in the transition between the kind of console stuff and then ending up on PC? Because some of those guys that you see, particularly in lockdown, you had guys like Verstappen and Van Gisbergen and those sorts of guys racing. How do you stack up with them, and I suppose kind of try to look to get as quick as they are?
Yeah, they actually race pretty often in our main V8 Supercar series. The guys like Shane, we've got Brody Kostecki, that's a regular in that one as well. They are quick, I will say. They get through the field quite easily, but we're not quite at that level as a team, but not too far away, I'd say. Yeah, that is cool seeing like a bunch of professional drivers on the platform and seeing their real name. They're not hiding behind a sort of a username, being sort of anonymous.
Yep. And so if I could just ask a quick question. So, you've played you've used the different ACC on PC and then iRacing. Can you give us what would be sort of some of the most sort of the biggest differences between the two?
Yeah, it used to be the just the sort of events that was the big thing that I went to iRacing for. So the endurance events that we run on there, like the Daytona 24-hour, the Nürburgring 24-hour, and the Spa. Like doing that as a team was the one of the biggest differences and why I came across to iRacing. And I do recommend them. They're awesome. I think I've seen other platforms start to get into that sort of stuff now as well.
Yeah, definitely ACC do that sort of stuff as well now. Yeah.
So that's why I jumped over, and then I found I couldn't jump back very easily. So I just sort of stayed over at iRacing. But yeah, it's good to see everything sort of catching up, I suppose, to iRacing in terms of like the field size as well. So that was the other big difference. The field size was 40 plus, in most races.
Yeah. It's big fields. All right, beautiful. Is there anyone you wanted to give a shout out to or a special mention to before we sort of wrap it up?
Just a shout out to the whole team. A few of the guys I was over chatting with just before I came over. Blue XR8 is over with us at the moment. Same with Benjamin Smith. It's Benny Racer as well. He's been a long time member. He's over with iRacing with us. So just a bunch of the guys there, all very active still, just not in the on the forum as much anymore, I suppose. So shout out to everyone on the team. Thanks for being there.
If someone would like to get involved with you guys with iRacing, how would they go about that?
We've got links on the forum and on this Discord as well. In the Race on Oz Discord, there's a link to our separate Discord. Then just jump in to the general chat and have a chat to us, basically, and we'll sort you out.
Love it. Sounds pretty easy. All right, well, fantastic. Thanks so much for joining us. I got your name up there in the end, which is really good. But we don't hear too much from the iRacing guys. So really good to get a bit of insight to how you guys are going there and how people can get involved. And thanks for giving us some of your time today.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. All right, thanks, Brett. Have a good night. Cool. Last quick one. Hey, Stu.
Yeah.
Do we have any gloves left to give away?
I believe I was getting sent 10 pairs of gloves.
Yeah.
So we've got Matt Frost, Mo, Metal, and Blue.
Yeah. There's one more. There's one more person I'd like to send a pair of gloves to, if possible. That is Chris Hildebrandt. So he's one of the PC guys. He actually gives us a free server for PC to use.
Absolutely.
So that's servers aren't cheap. So a big shout out to Chris Hildebrandt. So we'll get a pair of gloves off to him as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah, Neil Crunch just hit me up with that. So thanks to Crunch and thanks to Chris Hildebrandt as well. All right.
That for sure.
Here we go. So this is the big one, everyone. We're right at the very end. So just a quick one. Thanks to everyone who's come on and spoken tonight. Been awesome to hear from all the different parts of the league and get everyone's perspective as well, which has been fantastic. Massive shout out to the gamesmen for supplying these prizes, and this is the big one. The Logitech G29 driving force wheel with the pedal set. Valued at almost $400. So this is a big one. So how we're going to do this one is we're going to do the magic spinning wheel. So let me go to it now. Here we go. All right. So you'll see up here, this has got everyone's name in here. So this was a list of names that was sent through to me earlier this week from Stu. So it's pretty much got every gold member in there as well. So everyone's name is in there and everyone's got the same chance. I think there's a total of 188 names in total that are on there. I haven't run this before, so you can see results here. So this will see how many. It will also give you how many results that have had. So I haven't modified this at all. This is just I've clicked on there, opened it up, and this is what it is. So I'll do it in the open screen. Stu, is there any words that you wanted to give us for this one, or we just give it a spin and we see what happens?
Well, the only thing I was going to say is that there is quite a few people, not heaps, but there are a few people on there that haven't been around for quite some time. Now, the reason they're on the gold member thing, it's, as everyone knows, it's only $10 a year. They may have chosen just to keep it there or whatever. Some people float in, float out, that sort of thing. So whoever wins tonight, we'll give it 2 weeks. And if we can't get in contact with them, as hard as we try, we'll do a redraw. So we'll go 2 weeks from tonight. If we can't get a hold of the winner, then we will do a quick redraw. So without the fanfare of tonight, obviously.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, who was the last person to do one of these? And they brought up their name, funnily enough. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to click it, and we're going to find out. 1, 2, 3, click. Here we go. And our winner is Humble BG is our winner. So it'd be awesome if they were on the stream. That would be fantastic. But Humble BG is our winner of the Logitech G29 wheel and pedals. So massive congratulations to Humble BG. They are our winner. We'll try and reach out. We'll try and find out exactly who that is. And as Stu said, they've got 2 weeks to claim their prize. But congratulations to them.
I think Humble might be a GT7 driver.
Beautiful.
Guessing. There you go. Savage Duck just
there we
said
go.
G7. There you go.
Awesome. That's good. That's Savage Duck back markers. He was a new subscriber to the channel as well, I noticed. There we go. So winner of Div 2 GT7 this year, last season. All right, awesome. Fantastic. So it's gone to an active member. So that pretty much wraps up the proceedings, Stu. So we're all done here. Massive shout out to everyone for joining us. Massive shout out to you, Stu. You were the one who's pretty much organised all of this and helped put it all together and gotten everyone.
No. I'm not gonna cop that, mate. You did all the work. I was going to say thank you to you. I was also going to give JJ a quick shout out. Joe did a heap of work over the last sort of 3 years on ACC with ads and yourself and K-Man and he definitely got the basis of what we're running there today. I just want to give him a shout out. He definitely deserves it. I want to shout out to yourself, Nick. You do a fantastic job on the streams, and I don't think you appreciate quite how much the guys really enjoy what you do, being able to sit back after they've raced with a cold drink and a sweaty crotch and be able to sit play. So thanks for that. I'd ask if you haven't subscribed to the stream to ROOZ TV, click the subscribe button, give it a like, and we'll try and get that up there as far as we can. And if there's anyone that watches the stream over the next little while and you're not a ROOZ racer, but you want to get involved, certainly get in contact and we can try and get you in for 2024. We want big grids, we want lots of new drivers, we want some great racing, and onwards and upwards from there.
Yeah, awesome. Well, very well said. And a shout out to JJ as well. He really put the base together for the streams and everything. He did a lot of work in the background. So thanks to him. Thanks to you, Stu. Thanks for all our guests for jumping on board as well. So we heard from Coaster, the league admin. We heard from Neil Fakney, Crunch. We heard from Adman, we heard from Hatfield, we heard from Pringles, and also massive shout out to the Gamesman as well, Chris at the Gamesman, who very, very generously donated some absolutely awesome prizes for tonight. So massive shout out to them. And yeah, just a big shout out to everyone watching and the ROOZ community. It's such a great community to be a part of. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed tonight. Once again, thanks Stu and everyone else who contributed putting this together. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this evening. We'll wrap it up. But everyone, I hope you have a great evening. And yeah, everyone have a safe Christmas. Monday night, PC League, Barcelona, round number 9. So as Neil Fakey said, it's coming down to the end there for all the championships. So do you have anything else you want to add, Stu, before we wrap it up?
No, mate, that's it. Just everyone have a safe Christmas.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see everyone back in the new year. Actually, one thing I did want to give a real quick plug to was our Sunday night GT4 season, which will be kicking off again next year on PS5. So that previously was on the PS4 platform, with a few guys on PS5 going backwards compatible, but will be exclusive PS5 from February next year. The boys are going to try and help me get it up to a 30-car or 35-car grid, which will be awesome, running ballast and restrictor to try and even the field up. So we've had some cracking testing in that. 4 cars, I think, the other night all qualified within 0.1 of a second of each other. That's a really, really good one to get into as well.
I reckon I might dip my toe in that one as well next year. Cool.
Like that. Good fun. So
awesome. All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of the night. Have a safe Christmas. We'll see you all again next